Procrastination is certainly nothing new. People everywhere are procrastinating. So why do we do this? Well, there's many reasons we procrastinate. A large component of the reasons we procrastinate is because we're avoiding something. Whether we're avoiding discomfort or we're avoiding the fear of failure, there's that avoidance going on. Many of us also tell ourselves we procrastinate because we're perfectionists. It has to be right before I put it out into the world. Now, despite all these reasons we tell ourselves that we procrastinate, we need to acknowledge that this problem is only getting worse. And I believe there's a few reasons behind why it's getting worse. Number one, we live in a society that is more visible than ever before. Everything is in the public domain. So every decision you make can be judged, can be compared, can be criticized. We're also drowning in information. The rate of information that we are being fed on a daily basis, they say, is the content of a Harry Potter book. Now, information is only data, and data needs to be applied in order for it to become knowledge. Now, because of this, there are more choices in our lives than ever before. And we are simply suffering from a question of decision fatigue. You see, every choice that you make carries an opportunity cost. And because we've got so many choices, so much information, and everything is so visible, we simply don't choose. Procrastination, right there. We are the most informed generation in history, yet 1 in 5 adults identifies as a chronic procrastinator. We have got more productivity tools, more self-help books, and more information than any generation before us. So why are we procrastinating more and not less? Perhaps the solution is not more tools. I believe procrastination is a symptom. It's not the cause. And if we start looking at the cause of procrastination, we can address the symptoms. So let's imagine that you have this wart that keeps growing on your hand, and you keep going to the doctor and you keep cutting it out, but it keeps coming back. And what's happening? You're simply treating the symptom. The symptom is this wart, remove it. It comes back, remove it. Why are we not getting to the root cause of procrastination? You see, if we improve our time management, we get more organized, we set more, advanced planners, we become more disciplined. Do you think it's going to help? Haven't we tried that? You see, temporarily, more tools will perhaps help, but is it sustainable? These solutions are simply band-aids for the symptom, and they bypass the real cause of procrastination. I believe that one of the reasons procrastination has become so widespread is that we have become disconnected from our bodies and disconnected from our desires. You see, modern life rewards the cerebral processes. As long as you are thinking and analyzing and using your brain power and all those wonderful AI tools, what happens is you're not feeling, you're not using your body, you're not sensing. And what does that mean? You're putting the kibosh on your desires. You see, we have confused safety with aliveness. We think that as long as we can think and process and analyze, we're alive, we're following our desires, but we're not. We have become so good at avoiding risk, avoiding rejection, avoiding discomfort. We have become classic avoiders, and that is procrastination. But the cost of all this avoidance is that we have lost our desire. We've lost our spontaneity. We've lost the truth that sits right within us. And as a result, we've lost an opportunity to grow. You see, the more we avoid, the more we actually create this shame loop in ourselves. And that shame serves to keep us small, and it just continues to perpetuate. Remember, shame is quite simply a belief that I'm not good enough. So because I'm constantly avoiding, because I'm constantly procrastinating, I'm not good enough. The question that captivates me is, what would women want if they weren't ashamed of wanting it? So it's not really a question of how do I stop procrastinating, but rather the real question is, what am I actually postponing in my life? And that is a much bigger question. That is getting to the heart of the cause and not the symptom. I am absolutely passionate about looking at this desire-shame equation in women, because what happens is we desire something. We want a promotion. We want to travel the world, whatever it might be, right? And then immediately shame comes in, because shame says, how can you leave your kids? How dare you think you can go and travel the world? Who do you think you are to ask for that promotion? You know you're not good enough. And you see what this does is it sets up this internal conflict between I want this, but there's shame whispering that I daren't want it. This creates procrastination. Now, desire is far more than just wanting something. I can say I want chocolate chip cookies. That's not a desire. Real desire is your life force energy. It is the force that creates businesses, relationships, art, intimacy. It is the force that creates transformation and aliveness in you, in the world, in the people around you. You see, as women, we do not distrust our competence. We distrust our right to want. The good news is there is a solution. I have walked this journey and I have mapped a process. There's 3 steps: curiosity, courage, confidence. You see, when we become curious enough to start really analyzing and looking at those desires and asking ourselves questions about desire, what happens is we create permission. And permission is the thing that leads us into the next step, which is taking action. Now, we need courage to take action, but the more action we take on this journey, the more we liberate ourselves from all the stuff that held us back, the stories, the relationships, the ideas that kept us small. And as we follow this path, what we're doing is we are building internal confidence, because we are exercising a muscle that I call relational integrity. And integrity means wholeness. We're having a whole relationship with ourselves and a whole relationship with the world. Curiosity, courage, and ultimately confidence. You see, the women that go on this journey, the women that start with curiosity and give themselves permission, they end up making faster decisions. What do you think happens when we make faster and clearer and more informed decisions? Immediately, we start accessing greater opportunities. So yes, this is tied to finance. We can increase our opportunities for revenue and for growth. We also start communicating more honestly. You know, I've found in my life that the more honest I am with myself, the more honest I am with my world, the more everything starts coming into alignment. But ultimately what happens is we stop abandoning ourselves and we learn to live, love, and lead with relational integrity. And it all starts by asking the question, what would women want if they weren't ashamed of wanting it? Because the moment a woman is honest about what she wants, those heart desires, everything begins to change. Now, if this resonates with you, I have created a desire-shame diagnostic that helps women to identify those hidden patterns of shame that are influencing and perhaps thwarting your decisions, which means you're procrastinating. Ultimately, you're losing time, you're losing opportunities, you're losing relationships. So the link to the desire-shame equation is in the comments below. Go along and take it. It's completely free and you'll have your results within minutes.